Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another exclusive Transformers review. And in this video, I am going over the brand new Transformers Generation Selects Ricochet. Now, here he is in the box. It is a Generation Selects box. It's in the cardboard. It's got the Power of the Prime logos here on the front, Cybertronian writing all the way around, warnings, and there's the back of the box. On this side, you've got Ricochet. Now inside, I love the inside of these boxes. This looks great. I love the black, the Autobot symbol there, the Matrix, and Ricochet himself. Now, Ricochet is a recolor / remold of Power of the Prime's Jazz. Now, I had a Power of the Prime's Jazz back when he was Mega Jazz and caused all that controversy, but once I got the figure, I really didn't like him as Jazz, and I ended up selling it on eBay. But then when I saw this thing pop up, I figure I had to get it just because the collars look so great. Now, I am not that familiar with Ricochet from Generation 1, or in Japan, he was known as Stepper. And he was a recolor of Generation 1 Jazz, but tweaked to be a Targetmaster. I didn't know of the figure until he came out in the commemorative series in the early 2000s. And that's when he was called Ricochet. And he was just like Jazz, except he was molded with a Targetmaster. And I believe he came with Nightstick. But alas, I sold that off during my great Transformers purge of 2011, but I fixed that. So enough of me talking about the figure, let's get to the toy itself. And welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. Now, once you get Ricochet out of the packaging, you'll see he comes with a sheet of instructions. Now, these are done in the Power of the Prime style, so you've got the black and white images with the red coloring that shows what's being transformed. Ricochet is a remold of Power of the Prime's Jazz, so he is a combiner limb, but I will not be going over the limb mode in this review. He also comes with a black blaster and a Prime armor piece. So that's it for the accessories. Now let's take a look at the figure. I absolutely love the collars of Ricochet's robot mode. I'll admit, that's what sold me on the figure. The gold and the black look fantastic, and it's in the right spots. You got the gold there on the chest, the gold flame wings up there on the hood, the belt, the feet. I really like that. Plus, I really like the clear plastic headlights he has. One complaint, as far as the coloring is concerned, is there's too much white up here on the shoulders. But I think I know a way to fix that. He's in dire need of a Autobot symbol. Now let's take a look at the face sculpt. The face sculpt I find a little weird. I thought this was originally going to be a remold of Jazz, but it's just a straight repaint. And it looks like they coated the paint on the face. See how the face is very subdued under the paint? It kind of reminds me of a tactical mask a soldier would wear overseas. So that's the way I'm going to look at this figure. Maybe he's a tactical commando and he's covering his face. Now, as far as his accessories are concerned, you can take the little blaster and place in his fist. It actually clicks into place, so it's held very well. He's got nice articulation. The shoulders can go up and down, but they are a little loose. As you see, it didn't take much effort at all to drop that arm. He's got a swivel at the elbow thanks to a ball joint, and no wrist swivel. Waist swivel right there. Legs can go up and down. Knee bend. Thigh swivel. Little tight, but it's there. And head is on a ball joint. So he's got decent rotation, no ankle tilt, so you can't really get any dramatic poses unless you just happen to balance him just right. His other accessory is the Prime armor piece. I really don't use these unless, you have a combined mode. These mainly go in storage, but on the instructions it shows that you attach it there to his wrist. So you've got some sort of blaster, but his loose joint does not allow for any posability with that piece. So guys, there you go. There is Ricochet in robot mode. Let's go ahead and get him transformed into vehicle mode. Transformation to vehicle mode is fairly simple. If you've ever transformed a Combiner Wars or Power of the Primes figure, you've got this guy in the bag. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this back section here and just open up, which releases everything. Take the head, fold the head down, and then this section here will push in and up, and that closes up the hood of the car. Now, as far as the legs are concerned, you're going to take the feet, fold the feet up, and then open these sections, the back sections of the car, open those, and then just kind of slide the legs down into place. Do that on the other side. And close up. These will tab in together. So there you have the back portion of the vehicle completed. Now you're going to collapse this section down, and it's got a couple tabs right there that'll slot into the back of the vehicle. Now the back is done. Right here has proved to be a little bit of a problem. There are, if I can get the light in, some little slots right here that are supposed to be tabbed in by the hood. You have to put some force in on these guys. So let me get that in. I mean, I had to push really hard to get that to snap into place. Once that's in place, swing the arms around, and they actually slot in on the inside. See, there's a little tab there on that arm that slots into that section there. So make sure that lines up. Get everything lined up properly. And there you have vehicle mode. I love this vehicle. He rolls so good, and he's so nice looking. All those collars really carry over from the robot mode. Extra added flame details there on the sides, the gold rims. I think it looks like an old Pontiac Firebird there. I love that. I even enjoy the clear windows for a change. Most of our Transformers have some kind of odd collar. I like clear windows on the vehicle. Good details as well. You can see the vents here up on top. I love the rims. The rims are awesome. Details all the way around. He could have used some paint applications back here on the back for the taillights. But other than that, that is not a bad looking car. Much better looking than what Jazz was. I really dig that car mode. You can also take the accessories and place, for example, the gun up here on top, like so. Or take the Prime armor piece, which has what looks like jet thrusters on the back. You can plug that in. That's a little tight. But honestly, I think that looks stupid. I really don't have much use for the Prime armor pieces. There's also some slots right here on top where you can put the gun in to the side. Now, if you had two guns, that would look really cool. And that pretty much covers Ricochet's vehicle mode. Now for some size comparison, here is Transformers Generation Select's Ricochet with Generation 1 Optimus Prime, Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Sideswipe, and Reveal the Shield Jazz. This version of Jazz is why I didn't keep my Power of the Primes Jazz. You can't get a better figure than the Reveal the Shield Jazz as far as Hasbro is concerned. Now, considering the G1 version of Ricochet was a Targetmaster and this is a Hasbro Generation Selects figure, I would have much rather had a Targetmaster than this useless piece of Prime armor. I mean, granted, if you're going to use him as a combiner, you need this, but for me, I'd much rather have a Targetmaster. That being said, Fire Drive from the Siege line looks great with this guy. Black and white matches the black and white of Ricochet, fits perfectly in his hand. So there you go. The only problem, you're only going to pose him with him bending at the elbow because well, let's see, there's a straight on shot. I mean, he's got tight joints except this one. So I think this looks really good. Maybe Fire Drive himself could use a little bit of paint applications, but all in all, that's a good look for this figure. Plus, you can take the useless Prime armor piece and actually attach it to his back for maybe either a backpack or jetpack. Well, jetpack, it's facing up, but if you drop it down low, yeah, that's not going to work. Now, if you want to go full Generation 1 with Ricochet, you can give him a Nightstick Targetmaster. Nightstick came with the Classics Cyclonus. Granted, mine's full-on Decepticon. I gave him a little Decepticon insignia there. But transform this guy, very simple. Flip up and around. So there you have weapon mode. And there you have him with Nightstick. The only problem, Nightstick has a purple collar to him, so it doesn't really match the figure. Oh yeah, did you notice the Autobot emblems I gave to his shoulders? Really improves the look of the figure. I am very happy with this figure. I love the collars on this guy. He's really going to pop on my shelf. He's only got a couple QC issues with the loose shoulders. Everything else is good and tight on mine. Like I said, I wish he came with a Targetmaster instead of that Prime armor piece, but the Siege Targetmaster does look great, and being a remold of a Power of the Primes figure, I understand the Prime armor. So anyway, guys, there is Transformers Generation Selects Ricochet. So, does a Generation Selects Ricochet belong in your collection? Absolutely. This is a great looking figure. It is a unique looking figure and a great homage to a lesser known toy. And what's really cool about this guy and the Generation Selects figures, they're affordable. I got this guy on Amazon.com for $25, including shipping. And that seems to be his price pretty much all the way around the board. So, an exclusive figure for 25 bucks, why not? I don't think you'll be disappointed. And guys, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out my videos. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. I'm really hoping to reach 2,000 subscribers by TFCon in October. Also, don't forget to check out my series, The Sit Rep, where I sit down and interview other Transformer collectors, YouTubers. Also, go to my homepage and you'll find links to my Patriot Prime Facebook page, my Patriot Prime Instagram account, and if you would like to, there is a donate to channel button if you'd like to help the channel grow. Guys, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!